So now we have discussed all these two kinds of sentences, subject and predicate. Subject tells us about what the sentence is about. Okay? And predicate tells us what, subject tells us what or who we are talking about. We are talking about what or who. And predicate tells us about the subject. And predicate always carries a verb. It always consists of a verb. So I have discussed with you first, second, sixth, 10th sentence, and you all have given me very right answer. So you just check your answers from the grammar book also, because I have not taken all the sentences. I have taken only first, second, sixth and 10th sentences that I have discussed with you. Now get ready with 12th sentence. An exciting adventure is all that I crave for right now. So what is the subject here? An exciting adventure. Drishti, don't raise your hand, you text me. Type your answer in chat box. Keep your hand down. Yes. So what will be the subject here? An exciting adventure. An exciting adventure. So many students have this misconception that subject always comes in the beginning and predicate comes after. So please don't keep this misconception in your mind. Predicate can also come in the beginning and subject can come at the last. It depends that who is talking about, what is talking about. Whatever is talking about, who is talking about, that will be your subject. Okay, and rest of the sentence will be your predicate. Now exciting adventure, this will be your subject and rest of the sentence will be your predicate. Okay bachche? Now I am going to discuss about page number 58, how to change into imperative sentence. So get ready with page number 58. Get ready with page number 58. I am taking only tough one, not easy one. Page number 58. Okay. So get ready with that, page number 58. See, in page number 58, exercise D, you have to change into imperative. You have to change into imperative. Clear? Okay, imperative. You should keep this thing in your mind that what are imperative sentences. Imperative can be order, it can be advice, it can be suggestion, it can be request. Okay. So now in exercise D, some sentences are given and you have to change into imperative sentence. So hurry up, type in chat box, revise this topic, that how to change simple sentence, assertive sentences into imperative. They were told to open their books. They were told to open their books. So what was the, what was the order? How the order was given using imperative sentence. So I am giving you one hint, others you will be doing on your own. So first will be they were told to open their books. So its imperative will be open your books. Open your books. Okay. Now tell me second. How will you do? For example, you are requested to help the poor. Whenever requested word is given, it means you will be writing please or you will be writing kindly. It depends on the sentence that what you are going to use. You can use please also, you can use kindly also. So I have provided you hint this there. In case of requested, put kindly and please. Now try to do second. Now try to do. Only Drishti is participating. What about others? I am going to ask any of the child. I am going to ask any of the child present in my class. And these students, Rehanika Kapoor, Drishti, Arshia, Hargunpreet, Jasleen, Janvi, Khushi, Sanchit. Whenever you join my class now, you just follow that format. First write the name, then class, then roll number, because it becomes easy for me to mark attendance. Okay? Rename yourself with your name, class and roll number. Name should be at the first. Name should be at the first. Namya also, Hardik also. Rename yourself, because when I will be taking screenshot, it will become easy for me to take attendance. Otherwise, it is really a time consuming process for me. Write down name, class and roll number. Sanchit, Khushi, Janvi, Jasleen, Hargun, Archia, Drishti, Rihanika. Rename yourself with your name, class and roll number. Now tell me second answer. Open your books. Okay? Okay. Next. You are requested to help the poor. So what will be its answer? Its answer will be please. Yes. Please help the poor. Okay. Now in third, we should not walk on the grass. We should not walk on the grass. We should not. Not is given. So how will you begin this? You will be beginning this sentence using do not. Okay. Do not walk on the grass. Clear? Now tell me fourth. Hurry up, Jalashveer, Divya, very good response. The teacher ordered the students to stop talking. Simple. So simple it will be stop talking. And after that you can put the sign of exclamatory also. It doesn't mean that in imperative sentence we can't put exclamatory. We can put exclamatory in imperative sentences also. Khushi, Jalashveer, very good response. They are sending me quick answers. Very good. We should not take medicine without a doctor's advice. We should not. Again, not has come. So, Drishti and Guneet, very good. So, we will start from don't. Yes. Never use medicine, that is also right. Khushi and Jasmeet, your answer is also right. Don't take, yes, don't take medicine without a doctor's advice. That is also right. And in place of don't, if you write down never, that is also right. Okay. If you use never, that is also right. Okay. Now this exercise is clear how to change simple sentence into imperative. Now I am going to take exercise H. You have to use into exclamatory sentence. You have to rewrite using exclamatory sentence. So get ready for that. Page number 60, exercise H. Page number 60, exercise H. Page number 60, exercise H. So for get ready for that, page number 60. See, exclamatory sentence. First of all, you should tell what is the meaning of exclamatory sentence. Okay? Exclamatory sentences are basically those sentences which shows strong feelings. Which shows strong feelings. Okay? And there is an exclamatory mark that is used at the end of the sentence. So you have to keep these 2 points which are showing strong feelings, and exclamatory sentence is put at the last. For example, alas, she is ruined. What a horrible death. Okay. Oh dear, you are hurt. What a beautiful gift. So all these are exclamatory sentence. Clear? Now I am going to discuss exercise with you. Exercise H. I have committed a blunder. So I am giving you first as a hint. Yes, alas. You can put any expression in the beginning. Depends on the sentence. Hooray used for happiness. Alas used for sadness. Okay. So alas, what a, yes, alas, I have committed a blunder. Alas, I have committed a blunder. Here, full stop. Now second. It is a beautiful day. So what will be the correct formation? What a, yes, what a beautiful day it is. Helping verb you will be writing at the end. Helping verb you will be writing at the end, then put a sign of exclamatory. What a beautiful day it is. Clear, bachche? Now let's move to sentence number 3. I hope God blesses you. So what will be that? Very good. Yes. May God bless you. May God bless you. Sign of exclamatory. Okay. It is sad he could not make it to the top of Mount Everest. It is sad because it is a matter of sadness. So what expression will be used? Expression will be alas. You will be putting alas. After that he could, rest of the sentence you can copy. He could Mount Everest. And then put full stop. Clear? The Taj Mahal is beautiful. The Taj Mahal is beautiful. The Taj Mahal is beautiful. Tell me, how beautiful the Taj Mahal is? Very good. Wow, you can put such kind of expression also in the beginning. Wow, how beautiful. How beautiful the Taj Mahal is. How beautiful the Taj Mahal is. Okay, bache. So today we have revised some of the important exercises of sentence, subject and predicate and sentence. I have taken only, you can say tough one, not easy one, because we have done so many times these exercises. Okay, bache. So tomorrow we all, Rehanika Kapoor, she has not renamed. Drishti, Arshia, I've told you to rename yourself. I've told you that you should rename yourself. So beta, tomorrow I will make you revise one of the writing skill, diary entry and narration. Okay. So next time when you enter in my class, please follow that format, name, class and roll number. It will become easy for me to mark attendance. Okay. So bache, tomorrow I will make you revise narrations, simple narrations we will be doing. Okay. And I will make you revise diary entry. And whatever the topic we have discussed today, if you have any doubt, you can ask me related to that. If any of the topic is not clear, if any of the doubt you are having from sentence exercise, okay. There is one exercise that you have to change interrogative sentence from the assertive sentence. It was so simple to do. It was so simple to do. Exercise F. Exercise F, page number 59. Simple is that I am going to take only one example. For example, they have won the match. It is so simple to do. They have won the match. So this assertive sentence is given, and when you have to change assertive into interrogative, you have to change assertive into interrogative. So what will you do? You will put helping verb in the beginning. For example, have they won the match? And don't forget to put question mark. If you don't put question mark, marks can be deducted. Okay. For example, I play badminton. I play badminton. You have done tenses. I have taught you so many times. I play badminton. So it is verb first form. So whenever verb first form is there, so in interrogative, sorry, we use do in the beginning. In case of negative, what do we write down? I do not play badminton. So here what will come? Do I play badminton? And in this way you will put question mark in the last. Okay. So Drishti is raising her hand. Drishti, what is your doubt, beta? Your hand is raised. Yes, Drishti. What do you want to ask? Affirmative sentences means positive sentences. Positive sentences, simple sentences that provides us information. Okay, clear? So tomorrow, bache, get ready for the revision of narrations and diary entry we will be doing tomorrow. So you all should be ready with your grammar books and rough notebooks. Okay. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.